can't believe we forgot to talk about Hector Borg being reassigned. This is all your fault.
My fault? How is it my fault?
Because you were the host of the show and you're the one who prepared the notes. That was literally your job.
How is that my job? It's only my job because you never do it.
That's besides the point. Like, that's only right half the time, and this just happened to not be one of those times. You know what? This is just like the time you forgot to put up the stop sign that said Borg instead of stop on it, and now we can't use it because it's not funny anymore.
That's true. I'm sorry about that. I totally forgot. But in my defense, on May 1st, check the notes. You go back to social media. I tweeted out, do third base coaches get fired in season? Asking for a friend. I said that a month ago.
Yeah, exactly. That's a reason why this is your fault. You knew this was a problem.
So did you. You knew it was a problem, and you're the one that's all underemployed. You had plenty of time to put these in the show notes.
Well, you're the one who wanted to do a podcast about baseball.
You're the one that wanted to do it while we were drinking.
Let's wrap it up, boys.
Oh, okay. Hit it, Bob.
Welcome to Giant Cocktails, where the humor is elite, but the baseball sucks. Oh yeah, here are your hosts, Ben and Matthew Henry.
Welcome to episode 372 of Giant Cocktails.
Written right in front of you. It's written right in front of you, man.
I had to scroll down. There was,
Yeah, the script. You were still on the script there from our little
Exactly.
skit.
I was admiring our work from the script that we put, 20 seconds of effort into. I was fixing the punctuation that is no longer relevant because we'll never look at it again.
It was never relevant because it's not like we actually follow what it says on the script.
That's true. You were actually literally pulling options out of my list. Gregor Blanco, Matthew.
Good old Gregor.
Gregor Blanco, might have had
the second greatest catch in Giants history?
They're more of it. Yeah, in San Francisco Giants history, not San Francisco Giants history, Giants history, it might be the greatest catch in San Francisco Giants history.
It might. Yep.
Because perfect game, right?
Exactly.
I can't think of any other catches. There was the Talkman catch of the Grand Slam by Pujols, the not slam.
Yeah. The only thing that really jumps to my mind is Pablo catching the foul ball to end the World Series.
That's true. But that was an easy pop-up that he made look hard,
Right.
And so the Blanco catch
was a hard catch that he made look easy.
Was ranging out into no man's land and then just kind of like a desperate
Superman dive, man.
Dive, yeah, because he got turned around a bit. Nah, yeah, that Gregor Blanco. Anyway, what about him? He's 372 years old. No, he had 372 plate appearances for the 2015 Giants when he had a slash line of 291. Is this right?
This is right.
368 and 413 in 115 games for a team that won 84 and 78. In a running theme on these tidbits, the Giants would have been the third wild card, finishing second to the Giants in the NL West. The NL Central that year had 3 teams that won 97 games or more. Ugh. Stupid Midwesterners. And all of their announcers were just horrible to listen to.
Still are. None
of them as bad as the team that we're going to get a chance to listen to if we watch highlights coming up in the next series. That is the worst homer announcing team in baseball. Probably in all of sports. But there's neither here nor there.
Enough with the banter. Let's talk cocktails.
Thank you,
What are you drinking, Ben?
Well, thank you for asking, That's very kind of you. Today I'm drinking a cocktail that I realized over an hour ago. I said, I need to name my cocktail. And did I do that? No.
No, you did not. But that is very typical, Ben.
That is true. And whose fault is it? Matthew's.
My fault?
Yeah, because you were so entertaining.
This is true.
You're taking my attention away. Anyway, it's called... Sorry, I just had to... I had a moment there where I had to think really long and hard about what state Milwaukee is in.
North Dakota.
Okay, well, that's the name of my cocktail again. It is the Lavender Fields of North Dakota.
I like it.
Parentheses, Wisconsin? Question mark. Close parentheses. And that's what I'm drinking today, Bob. I'll tell you what's in the Lavender Fields of North Dakota at the end of the episode.
What are you drinking, Matthew?
Bob, I'm drinking a cocktail I'm calling watermelon sugar. Ha!
Dang it! My microphone was muted.
I wasn't going to do the high, and then it just came out. Like
I did it, but my microphone was muted. I was like, ha!
I'll tell you all about it at the end of the episode. That's what you get for muting your microphone. I never mute mine.
I know. That's Harry Styles?
It is.
Or is that...
Yeah, it's Harry Styles.
Wow. He's got that other song with the one that they did in the Hail Mary Project. The Sign of the Times.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, today is Thursday, June 4th. Your San Francisco Giants. Are we still on the thes? I mean, look, I know that Bob's going to be saying that the baseball sucks until the end of eternity. But are they just going to be the San Francisco Giants?
That is entirely up to you. How are you feeling? Are you owning them or not?
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to... I feel like they should at least be that. Well, because right now I'm just giving them to the other listeners. I'm not taking them. I'm not taking them. And then if I say our, I'm lumping you in with us.
Okay, but I feel like there's one thing that we're not taking into account, and that's the fact that we watch every single game. So you can't be like somebody else's San Francisco Giants when you're so invested yourself. There are Giants. Right. It's like your kid, right? Your kid, fails their freshman year in high school, and you still love them.
Mm-hmm. You're right. Okay, in that case, the infuriatingly frustrating San Francisco Giants, whom we all still love, even though we don't know why, went 2-2 over the past 4 games.
Against 2-2
against the Milwaukee Brewers to bring their record to 25-38, which is too big of a number for me to even do the math. Even though it's the same number as it was the last series when I said it was 13. Still not going to do the math. 2-2 against a first-place team. One of the best teams in baseball, allegedly.
They sure looked like it the first game.
They sure did. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the Milwaukee series and how our Giants performed in that series. But then after that, folks, we're going to do something that's really important. We're going to do a little mental health check-in. Matthew and I are going to get real. We're going to talk about our feelings. We're going to open up to each other and, by extension, to all of you, because we want to normalize healthy discussions about mental health as it relates to baseball and not anything else. Because I'm not doing that.
Also, we are not licensed therapists. If you really do need mental health help, you should seek a qualified professional.
Yeah, but you can still talk to other human beings about your feelings. So I hear. I would never do such a thing. Unless it's about baseball. While I'm intoxicated. Hang on, I need to take another drink.
Same.
But first, we have some tidbits to cover. Tidbit number 1, Matthew, there was a coaching staff change mid-season.
Yes, I'm surprised you missed it, Ben. It was Hector Borg, third base coach, who we have been highlighting as a problem for well over a month, and the Giants finally did something about it. I don't take, pleasure in watching a man fail because it must be really hard for him. He probably got his dream job at the time, and now he's back doing, minor league stuff or something. So he still has a job. He's still getting a paycheck, but still, it's got to be a little bit bruising on the ego to, fail at something on such a large stage. So I feel a little bit bad for him, but I'm also thankful that the Giants finally did something about it because it was getting to be really, really bad.
I mean, it was getting to be really bad. In fact, the play that really sealed the deal, and all the YouTubers say was the play that got him fired, I believe I said on the show was, I didn't care about that. And to be fair, I was really, really drunk when that play happened, and I was sober when I said that I didn't care. But my memory of the play was not very good. But also, my main hang-up with Borg was that I think he was just always not aggressive enough. Everything was passive. It was station to station. It was never send a guy.
Unless it was clearly going to be thrown out. Then send him.
Well, that's what happened, right? That was the last play. That was the last straw. That's what happened to Adonis. And yeah, I mean, it was I saw it on replays. It was egregious, whatever. It's the 13,000th mistake that we've made on this show. I mean, that is literally what this show is two old men drinking and making mistakes and getting laughed at by 200 to 400 people. And I'm fine with that. And if the Giants were the owners of this show, they probably would have fired us long ago. But they're not, and they can't.
This is true. Let's move on.
So let's move on. Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to go play with that guy Chapman. Matthew, I will be back in 35 minutes when you are done talking about the roster moves. How's your printer doing? Is it out of ink?
I gave up printing out the
I knew that was going to happen. You said at the beginning of the season, I'm going to print out a new version of the roster every time it changes. And I was like, no, you're not.
No, I can't afford that much ink.
Exactly. Nobody can afford that much ink. All right, I'm going to get my cat.
Okay. Buddy Kennedy got called up, Ben. And
Ben's not here. Ben's getting his cat.
You might wonder why he got called up to replace Jesus Rodriguez. I think it was more about Jesus Rodriguez going back and getting more catching in than it was about bringing Buddy Kennedy up to help the team. I think it was, what is that phrase? 6 of one and a half dozen of the other. I don't see there being a big difference between the two.
Meow.
Wilkin Ramos was called up and made his major league debut this week.
We will be talking more about Wilkin later. And Teddy Ruxpin. I mean, Buddy Kennedy.
Because Joel Peguero was put on the 60-day IL with the hammy. They didn't even mess around. It wasn't like there's no 15-day IL for Joel. It was straight to the 60.
I mean, did you see how he reacted when he got hurt?
Yeah,
it was
like he'd been shot. So Matt Gage, though, went on the IL, our only good reliever, Ben.
Well, hey, we still got... No, but I mean, Keaton wins all right.
He's okay.
He's okay.
Dylan Smith was recalled in his place, which means we only have one left-hander on the roster.
Wait, did you say Dom Smith was recalled? What?
Dylan Smith. Dom's, younger brother. I think Dom is playing for the Atlanta Braves right now.
He is, and he's having a great season. I don't want to talk about it. I mean, it's fine. It's not like we had room for him. Although I will say I think he's having a better season than Rafael Devers, and I don't know that that's true, but I bet it feels
true. Feels that way. Absolutely. Now I'm going to look it up. There was a bunch of stuff that happened in the minor league levels that... I don't know why. It just, you get a little excited about those sort of things when prospects get moved up.
Especially when the major league team is doing so poorly.
Ben, Dom Smith is having such a better season than Rafael Devers that it's not even funny.
Okay, hang on. Okay, you talk about Johnny Level, 19-year-old Johnny, 17, 3-year-old Johnny Level, whatever.
Dom Smith is having a better season than pretty much everyone on our team, but maybe...
I was going to tell you that I will look it up myself, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, Johnny Level got moved up from low A San Jose to high A Eugene because he was hitting .325 with 10 home runs and 11 stolen bases in 44 games, which means they have a little opening in low A San Jose for either Josuar Gonzalez or Luis Hernandez, who are both doing really well in rookie ball to get promoted to single A. The Giants also promoted a guy named Giancarlo Sio, who's a 22-year-old left-handed hitter, middle infielder, who was promoted to Double-A Richmond from Eugene. He had a 936 OPS and a 154 weighted runs created plus with 4 home runs and 65 plate appearances, which is kind of interesting. It's a name that you don't hear very often, kind of a below the radar prospect, but apparently he can hit and he can play all over. So let's see what he can do at the next level. And then finally, Ben, there was a tugboat sighting.
Tugboats are cool.
Tugboats. There's now a tugboat in Sacramento. So the guy that we traded, Matt Wilkinson, I think his name was, that we traded for Patrick Bailey, has a 1.87 ERA with 49 strikeouts and 13 walks and 43 and a third innings in Double-A. He got promoted to Triple-A.
Yes, and Matthew says his name was Matt Wilkinson because now it is Tugboat T. Tugboat.
This is true. That's right. We rechristened him last
That's right.
time, didn't we?
Yep. Josuar Gonzalez is 18 years and 231 days old. Johnny Level is 19 years and 67 days old. Both, we're all adults here. Call them up. How old is Bryce again? Bryce is 21 and 227 days. Okay, so he's significantly older than those. It's like 2 years older than those gentlemen. That means that we should expect to see them both in 2 years. Not if Randy Wynn and Buster Posey have anything to say about it. See you when you're 30, guys, playing for the Brewers. Also, Dom Smith, Matthew's killing it. Why didn't you tell me? He's hitting 317 with a 138 OPS plus. We could have had him. Imagine there's a universe where we kept him and we cut Devers. That's a weird universe. I don't know what universe that would be. That's the one where I'm the GM. And we still call that the hobo the GM. Okay, that's crazy. All right. Anyway, that's a tidbit. Oh, Matthew, we do have one more tidbit.
That's right. I have a life.
No, you don't.
I swear to God, I'm trying to have one.
Okay.
And I'm traveling to a foreign location, and I will not be available next week to record.
You're going to France and then Morocco, aren't you?
I cannot confirm or deny.
Huh. Okay. So what does that mean?
Well, first of all, it means we have to record after the Saturday game.
Yes.
But I think we should just publish on a normal schedule on Monday.
Okay.
And, if anything amazing happens that I miss out on, you can jump on and add on at the end there.
That sounds like a lot of work. I don't think I'll do that.
Yeah, I don't think you'll do that either. And then I'm proposing that we just skip the midweek one and come back the following Sunday and record
Yeah,
again.
after that first home series, whoever it's against.
Correct.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do that. Okay, so
All right,
we're
folks.
going to be back on Monday, but we will be one game short. And then we will skip the following Wednesday, Thursday midweek episode, and we'll be back the following Monday, back into our regular rhythm.
Yes.
Okay.
We all could use a little break from the Giants.
Okay, is that all the tidbits?
That's all the tidbits.
That's all the tidbits. Yes, because this thing I didn't want to put in the tidbits. I wanted to put it down in the series. All right, well then it means it's time to talk about the worst versus first battle. The worst team in the National League. They were by the time Game 3 rolled around. Okay, because the Rockies had passed the Giants. And you know what? It felt like it. It felt like it on Game 1, Matthew, because that's my first takeaway. Game 1 was you being punished by the baseball gods. Because you were all like, 19 runs? Yeah, everything's turned around. We're going to win the World Series. And I know you didn't say World Series, but you implied playoffs. And this is why optimists are really the most evil people on the planet, because they just get everybody's hopes up. And then when reality hits, people are shocked and surprised.
This is also why optimists die of heart attacks and strokes at a much higher rate.
It's exactly right. I was not surprised that when you added the runs together from Monday and Sunday, that the Giants had a -2 run differential.
I did do some research. I was convinced that it was the most runs given up in the next game after scoring 19 runs.
Had to have been a record, right?
So I went through Baseball Reference and I found I didn't want to go through history. So I did since the Giants came to San Francisco. So 1958. Right. And I thought there were 113 times since 1958 where a team has scored exactly 19 runs. There have been 10 times where they've scored more, but I just kept it right at 19. And then I started looking at each game and then how they did the next game over. And we were not the worst.
We weren't the worst?
No, the 2000 Seattle Mariners beat the Blue Jays 19-7 in one game and then lost to the White Sox 18-11 the next. They scored 19 and then gave up 18. So at least the Giants didn't do that.
I will point out that the Mariners still came out ahead in the run differential, though.
God damn it. Why do you gotta do this? Why do you got to point stuff like that out? Nobody wants to hear that, Ben. We wanted to wallow in someone else's misery for once, and then you just got to bring it back around and like make us miserable once again. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that was my first takeaway from the series. Okay. The other thing that I noticed, the other takeaway that I had from the series was, look, I'm not going to take anything away from the boys. Okay, we split a series against a very tough team. Good, scrappy hitting team, fairly decent bullpen. But the strength of the Brewers
is their ABS challenges.
Yes, they're very good at that. They are very good at that. I don't think that can really be considered a strength for a team. I hope not.
Well, it's definitely a weakness for the Giants. So I feel like if it's a weakness for the Giants, it's got to be a strength for somebody else. And it definitely was. They were challenging everything, and it was always right.
Yes, I saw that too, and I totally agree. I heard FP Santangelo say this on the radio when it was Eldridge. I think it was today, as we record this podcast. Eldridge had a challenge, and he was successful.
Yes. That's because he's 6'7", and it messes everybody else up.
Well, it does mess everybody else up, but FP made a good point, which is that his eyes are really far away from his knees. Like, way farther away than my eyes are from my knees, right?
This is correct.
But anyway, his point was, if you're hitting well, you're going to be good at the ABS challenges. Why? Because you're seeing the ball really well, right? You're reading the strike zone. Like, you know where the ball is and you're accurately, isolating where it is. Hey, maybe FP's not wrong. I feel like FP's wrong a lot. He's not my fave. It's not my fave, FP. But I was like, that's pretty astute. That's pretty astute, FP. And he certainly played way more Major League Baseball than I have.
Way more.
And he played it pretty well.
He did.
At times, FP, underrated. Underrated player. But anyway, yes. But anyway, getting back to what the strength of the Brewers teams is besides ABS, is their starting pitching. And the Giants faced 2 replacement players. So maybe the Giants got a little bit lucky. Yeah, 2 of those guys I think had like a combined 3 starts this season.
Oh, I thought they were like Cy Young and Cy Young's younger brother.
No, and I think one of them did dominate the Giants. I think the other one.
Yes, today's the Thursday game.
They dominated him.
Yes,
and then once they got into that bullpen prematurely, they just absolutely destroyed it. My other takeaway, Matthew, from the series.
What's that?
Logan Webb is still very good. And can be downright dominating.
This is the astute analysis that people come to us for, Ben. Logan Webb is still very good, folks. You heard it here first.
Wait, what? Okay, Matthew, have you not watched this season? Have you? Okay, do you want to go mosey over and look at Logan Webb's 2026 stats?
It was his knee. That was the only thing holding him back.
Oh, God. Okay, well, good. You might be right, but God, maybe he should have taken 2 weeks off and iced the knee for earlier.
Hey, were you thinking no-hitter at any point? Were you starting to think perfect game?
I was seriously looking at the pitch count. Mm-hmm. And I was like,
yeah, you start doing that math in your head, how many 15 pitches per inning kind of thing. Yeah.
But it was crazy to me that his pitch count was still relatively high for having a perfect game. right?
Yeah.
And I think that's just a product of the Brewers. I mean, that's the kind of team that they are, which I think makes a no-hitter even more of an achievement against that particular team, because they are a put the bat on the ball team, you know?
Absolutely. Well, and Logan Webb, though, did say that he was going to pull a Tim Lincecum if it was still... If it was within reach.
And why, like, of all the pitchers left in the major leagues, isn't he the guy that you would let do that?
Absolutely.
So anyway, that was a major takeaway. And it was just, God, it was such a relief to just see a great baseball game like that. And I know whenever the Giants don't score runs, we've seen that story 1,000 times. So that part wasn't great.
Yeah, I'm going to argue with you on this. That was not great to see an old-fashioned baseball game, because I was seriously stressed out the entire game. Like, it just was like, well, there's no way this could keep going. There's no way. When at some point they're going to like get like an error and a hit and like, 3 walks and they're going to lose the game. And I was certain it was going to happen. And I didn't enjoy it at all. I'd rather them score a lot more runs.
One of the most, I'm sorry, I'm taking this there. One of the most memorable, pleasurable moments of my life was the time I went to urgent care.
This is a family show, Ben.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. There's going to be some medical talk. I hurt a muscle in my back. Very, very badly. Very badly. And it was excruciatingly painful. It was so bad that when I got to urgent, like the ER, it was like an ER. It was an ER that I went to. They saw the look on my face and they were like, we got to get this guy out of the ER because he's going to make all of the other patients like freak out.
Nervous? Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's what I looked like. They took me straight back, even though they knew, like, they were like, he's not dying. Because I told them, I'm like, I hurt a muscle. They were like, yeah. And so they gave me a shot of Toradol, which is a muscle relaxant. Okay. So Matthew, that moment that shot took effect, it was almost instantaneous, is one of the happiest moments of my life. Okay? Why? Because all of that pain, all of that agony, all of that stress, all of that worry just went away. As
so you're saying, as Giant fans, we all just need some Toradol? Is that what you're saying?
We need more 4-out saves from Keaton Wynn is what we need.
Okay, I'm not really enjoying the 4-out saves either. That's a little.
Oh, those bother you?
They. I think that you're asking a lot for a major league pitcher to get up, get ramped up for part of an inning, go sit down, and then come back and get ramped up again for like the hardest inning of the game. Like, I think that's a lot to ask. That's why not a lot of teams do it.
Okay, Matthew, you're getting a little carried away. Okay, major league pitcher. What? These guys are 21-year-olds and they're going to be accountants in 5 years. What are you talking about? This isn't Major League Baseball. This is college. And that's how you manage a college game. You get your best reliever out there and you let him throw like 6 innings because, he's going to have 5 days off because he's got to go to chemistry class. Right?
I think you may be mistaken, but sure.
I think I'm not the only one who's mistaken.
It feels that way, doesn't it?
No, it definitely feels that way. But speaking of the bullpen, Matthew, that's another one of my takeaways from the series. It feels like the bullpen is starting to become the problem of this team, like we thought it was going to be at the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
But I say feels like because my brain can read the stats, and the stats say that the real problem is
the starting pitching.
That's right. Yeah. 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 It turns out that the bullpen really isn't that bad. It's not as bad as it feels because it's the starting pitching that's awful.
I think we're at this point where we're trying to blame anything that makes sense. And the problem is that like there's a lot of it to go around. Like we could do a podcast twice a week, and each one we could blame something else and still be right.
Right.
And that's where the season has gone. Yes, the bullpen is, injuries for one, not doing enough in the offseason to shore it up is another. Yeah, it's not going to be pretty. It's going to end up looking like we thought it was going to look like. And that's 100% on Buster and the front office for not preparing for that.
Yeah, not doing enough to get the relief pitching. But there's actually one part of this team that is above average, Matthew.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is.
There is not. Don't tell me that. There's
no,
not.
there is. There's one part of this team because I went to the team page over at Baseball Reference, and on that page, you can see what the Major League Baseball wins above average by position is. Okay, so this ranks the team's position.
Okay.
And I was looking at it, it says that the Giants rank dead last in starting pitching.
Everything.
Not in everything, Matthew. They're actually the fifth best at third base.
Oh, okay. Let's celebrate that.
So Matt Chapman haters. Matt Chapman is the fifth best third baseman in all of baseball when it comes to all-around baseball performance. I know. You're angry. You hate it. I look. That's just what the numbers say. Okay. It turns out defense does matter. I know. I want him to hit more home runs too.
Well, just imagine if he started to hit, how he'd be.
Look,
compared to all the
Matt
other
Chapman
baseballs.
always was streaky, but now when he gets hits, he doesn't hit home runs. Okay, his one home run this series notwithstanding. But so third base is the Giants' best position, but their worst thing is starting pitching. But when you look at their relief pitching, they're actually only, they're 19th. Okay. That's in the second third, Matthew. They're in the second third.
The Giants bullpen doesn't suck as bad as you thought it did.
That is correct. But what's crazy is that means their position players are 18th best. Now, overall, you might think, that's some of that's their hitting. And no, none of that's their hitting, folks. None of that's their hitting. Because you know where the Giants rank compared to all of baseball in runs per game? Matthew, would you care to wager a guess?
If you're asking me, I would just guess last.
Yeah, that's correct, sir. They are last.
Yes.
I mean,
no.
Number-wise, they're
terrible.
tied with the... It is terrible. It is terrible. But yes, you were correct. And that is more important.
But at this point,
it's more important that you be right than that the Giants be good. The Kansas City Royals are tied with them with 3.84 runs per game. But when you sort it, the Giants come out last, which tells me that the Giants are slightly less good than the Royals in runs per game. So the Giants score the least amount of runs per game than any team in baseball. And yet their position players overall are ranked 18th. And that's because their defense is not bad. I mean, it's slightly above average. They hover around every metric around 8th in the league, except for one metric that I really don't understand. It's like defensive runs saved per 1,200 innings, which equals 135 games. I really don't know what the things that some of these sabermetricians make up, but the Giants are first in that. But the point is, the Giants are good at defense. So Buster got the defense of the pitching and defense. But when he didn't replace Tyler Rogers and Camilo Doval, and he signed Tyler or Trevor?
Tyler
Malley and Hauser D's nuts, he didn't make the pitching better. He didn't.
No. He made it worse.
Yeah, so in a word, this is all Rafael Devers and Buster Posey's fault. But that being said, more on the bullpen, Matthew, I have a question for you related to the series.
All right.
Which pitcher gave up more runs in this series? Both of them were in Sacramento, teammates, just a week ago. Was it Teddy Ruxpin? I'm Buddy Kennedy or Wilkin Ramos?
Oh, I think I know the answer to this.
I wouldn't have asked the question. It's a trick question.
Wilkin Ramos gave up more runs than Buddy Kennedy.
Yes, he did. Wilkin Ramos gave up 5 runs in his 2 appearances.
In his first 2 major league appearances, yes.
I think he had 3 appearances. I don't know exactly how they all worked out, but yeah. Wilkin Ramos gave up 5 runs. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, that doesn't include the runs he gave up today. I think he might have given. No, hang on. Let me double check. No, that does include the runs he gave up today.
I will say that Buddy Kennedy is no Christian Koss.
No, he is not. Which is like, who cares? He's there to hit the ball. But But he is the
I mean,
kind
if
of
you're
guy.
going to have a position player pitch, you should at least have him, pitch well.
Really? Does it matter? Do you care? If you're
I'm
going to have
grasping for straws, man. I want everything to be something to be good.
Okay, well, I don't think it should be that. Here's the thing. If you're going to have a position player pitch, it might as well be Teddy Ruxpin. Okay, so at least the Giants got that right.
Where did Teddy Ruxpin come from? His name is Buddy Kennedy. I don't know. Like Buddy the Elf.
It sounds like
JFK
Teddy
Jr.,
Ruxpin to me.
Something. I don't know. Like something like.
Sounds like Teddy. If those of you who don't know, Buddy is only 27 years old, but this is his sixth major league team. And he has had cups of coffee with 5 other teams since 2022. He's never played for just one major league team in every year that he has appeared in the major leagues. He's always played for multiple teams. So, but he was hitting pretty well in Sacramento, and so I think that's why he got called up, even though the Giants really didn't need another first baseman DH. Checks notes. They do need another one, but the one they would have to get rid of is named Rafael Devers, and that's going to happen over Buster Posey's pink slip. Okay. So... yeah, that's it. That's my takeaways from the series. Somehow, though, because of Logan Webb's amazing start, and and because the Giants hit a grand slam in Game 4, I was trying to think about who should we pin the win on in Game 4, Matthew. Who was responsible for the win in Game 4? Because it wasn't the bullpen.
Oh no.
Was who
Jung-Hoo Lee and Bryce Eldridge.
Okay.
Bryce Hooley
and Eric Haas, because he hit the grand slam.
Sure, let's give it to him too.
Did you know that 9% of the Giants' home runs have been grand slams this year, Matthew?
That doesn't sound like a stat you'd want. I feel like there should be more home runs.
Yes, you're correct. Or you would think, wow, those guys just get on base all of the time. And we know that's not true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
We've
I
all
mean,
watched this team. Yeah.
But you're correct. Bryce Eldridge and Jung-Hoo Lee had fantastic series. I mean, they weren't the only one. Just quickly running through the guys who had good series. Jung-Hoo Lee, 8 for 14. Bryce Eldridge, 6 for 12. I mean, do I need to say his name? Luis Arraez, 6 for 16. Daniel Susac, he's back at it again, Matthew.
He is.
Damn, Daniel! Back at it again with the white fans.
He's going to prove Buster right.
Yeah, and he's 5 for 8. 5 for 8. Matt Chapman, 4 for 14, had that dinger. And Casey Schmidt, not such a good series, but he did have a leadoff homer today. Eric Haas didn't get a lot of opportunities, but he made one a big dinger. Victor Barry-Cotto, same thing. Didn't get a lot of opportunities, but he made one a big dinger. Rafael Devers. Rafi. In the series when he faced, yes, we're going to say the name. We got this far, Matthew, and we didn't say the name. Kyle Harrison.
Revenge of the Kyle.
I mean, he got everything that he wanted and more from a revenge start. I don't know. He had a weird journey, though. Like, I don't know who he would hate more. The Giants sold high on Kyle Harrison. The Red Sox sold low.
I'd be more mad at the Red Sox.
I would too. They didn't
even put him on the major league roster. They shipped him off to AAA.
Didn't give him a damn chance. And I think they're the ones who are going to eat that more than the Giants will. Kyle did great. Fantastic outing. I would say he was facing a weak lineup that was primed. I mean, he's a left-handed fireballer, right? I mean, that's the Giants' kryptonite. And yes, he had the adjustments. He's pitching from the first side base of the rubber. He's got both of his 2 dominant pitches being thrown at the same arm slot now, so batters can't just easily pick them apart. Hello, San Francisco Giants pitching coaches. Maybe you should watch some film overlaid some other film. But Rafi Devers, in the series, 1 for 17, getting his first hit today on the last game of the series. Only 2 walks and 8 strikeouts. I think 1,000 of them coming to Kyle Harrison. It was an embarrassing show of Rafi versus Harrison. It was an embarrassing series in Milwaukee. And yes, like a guy like that absolutely deserves to have two old men in their closets calling his performance embarrassing. He is supposed to be the center of this lineup. He is supposed to be the thing that makes this team tick. And, I mean, we can all see where this is going, and it's going to hurt the Giants for a long time.
Yes, it's a long time to, 2031.
Indeed. But nonetheless, the Giants somehow eked out 2 wins from this 4-game series, so they kissed their sister. Yay. Matthew, it's time for our mental health check-in. We don't have a lot of time left in the show, so let's make this quick. Okay?
Okay.
It's important to talk about your feelings, but it's not that important.
It's not, huh?
Wow. Okay. Sorry. I made myself laugh really hard. Okay.
I will never talk about my feelings again, Ben. I promise.
I didn't say it wasn't important. I said it's not that important. Okay? Okay. Matthew, okay. All right. So let's take this seriously. Matthew?
Yes.
How are you doing? Wait. Don't answer. In relation to baseball, let's not get weird, okay?
Okay. Glad you clarified.
How are you doing?
I'd like to think that I'm mentally strong, that I've been through a lot and I'm able to come out each time, thriving. I've witnessed 100 losses. I've seen World Series losses.
You were there the day they lost that 100th game.
Exactly. There have been some really low moments that I have risen from the ashes like a phoenix.
The Giants AAA team used to be in Phoenix, and they were called the Firebirds.
The Firebirds. When you ask me how I'm feeling now, though, Ben, I just want to cry.
Okay.
I wake up in the morning, and I immediately think about the Giants, and I think, there's going to be a game today. And then I remember that they lost the day before. And I start off the day sad.
Yeah.
And then I get excited about the fact that we have like Rafael Devers and guys like that. And then I remember how poorly they're playing. Mm-hmm. I don't know how much more of this I can take, to be honest.
Okay.
I seriously thought of not watching a game this week.
Okay.
How are you feeling, Ben?
I don't want to talk about it, okay? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to have anything about my feelings. We're not talking about this. Why do you have to be all up in my business?
Okay, then.
Upcoming opponents are the Chicago Cubs, Matthew. The Giants are going into Chi-Town to face what was once one of the best teams in all of baseball, but recently has pulled a Philadelphia Phillies or a New York Mets. We don't know. Are they the Mets or are they the Phillies, Matthew? It is the Cubs, so I feel like it's probably the Mets.
History would say yes.
But anyway, Matthew, the Cubs are 3-7 in their last 10 games, but they are 18-13 at home. They went through a stretch where they lost, 11 straight?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
12 straight? They were like good at the beginning. They were very good at the beginning of the season, and then they were just kind of okay. And then they went into this tailspin that was just, folks, we've had a bad season, but we haven't had anything like that. We've had more 4-game losses than any other team in baseball, and we've only had one 4-game winning streak, but we haven't had anything like that.
Feels like it. Feels like we've had.
We have, because we're worse than them. Because we're worse than everybody, Matthew. We're the worst team in the National League. Hang on, I got to check the standings.
No, we actually a half game above the Rockies.
Oh,
right now.
the Rockies. God, you can always count on the Rockies, man. It's amazing. It's just amazing. Like here we are just doing our best to just be awful. Right? We're rolling Malley and Hauser D's nuts out there 2 out of every 5 days and calling that good enough. And somehow the Rockies, who are actually trying.
I take that back. The Giants are a full game above the Rockies.
Wow. Well. Hey, Bob, quick.
At least we're not the Rockies.
I know, I didn't let you have it the other day, Bob, and I really apologize for that.
He's been waiting. He's
been
waiting for that.
I know, I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking.
Isn't it time for the booze, boys?
Yes, Bob, it's time for the booze.
What are you drinking, Ben?
Well, Bob, thank you for asking. Bob, today I'm drinking a cocktail that I am calling the Lavender Feels. No, not the Lavender Feels. I don't want to talk about my feels. I said that already. I'm drinking a cocktail that I'm calling the Lavender Fields of North Dakota. Open parentheses, Wisconsin, question mark, close parentheses. And what is in Lavender Fields? Well, Bob, it has 2 ounces of Empress Gin. Yes, purple gin. It has 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. You could do a full ounce if you wish. But then it has an ounce of lavender syrup. Now, how did I make the lavender syrup? No, I did not fly to France like Matthew. Hand harvest my lavender, dry it in the Moroccan sun, and then put it into a Ziploc baggie, like some sort of dime bag, and then fly it back to the United States, where I then let it steep in syrup. No, I just used an extract that my wife purchased for cake making. And I made my lavender syrup, a cup of sugar, a cup of water, and then 4 drops of lavender extract into my syrup. I put all of that into a shaker with ice. I shake that until it was well chilled, and then I double strained that into a coupe glass, and I garnished it. Well, you should garnish it with a sprig of lavender. But since you dried it all in the Moroccan sun after you harvested it in France, I don't know that you have any. So you could use a lemon wheel. And that is how I made the Lavender Fields of North Dakota. Wisconsin?
That's a tasty cocktail.
I'm not going to lie, Bob. It was really, really good.
What are you drinking, Matthew?
Bob, I'm drinking a cocktail. I'm calling watermelon sugar.
Hi.
Thank you. What's in a watermelon sugar? Hi.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
I won't be able to do that again. It's got 2 ounces of London dry gin, 3/4 ounces of watermelon syrup. And all that is I took a lot of chunks of watermelon and I put it in a container with a cup of sugar and I just let it sit in my refrigerator for 3 or 4 days.
It was French watermelon that you dried in the Moroccan sun.
That's right.
Yeah.
In the Moroccan sun. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Then I'm adding 3/4 ounces of lime juice, 4 to 5 basil leaves, and 1 dash of cherry bitters. Gonna shake all those in a tin with ice until well chilled. And you're gonna double strain it into a chilled coupe glass and garnish with a basil leaf. And that's what I'm drinking, Bob. A watermelon sugar. Hi!
Ooh, that was even better.
That's a tasty cocktail.
It was pretty good. It's amazing what you could do with a little simple sour template. Really good. And that's a wrap, folks. Thank you for joining us. Remember, we'll be back on Monday with Friday, Saturday wrap up, and then we are off the rest of the week and then returning the following Monday. So this might be a time where you just reach out to us on the socials. You really miss us. Can't guarantee that I'll respond because I'll be in a foreign country, but hey, reach out to us on all the socials where you can find us at Giant Cocktails. Remember, you can also listen to us on YouTube. So run over there to like, subscribe, and comment. But most importantly, be sure to leave us a positive review. What kind of review, Bob?
Leave a 5-star review, people.
Exactly. At your podcasting platform of choice, aka Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Ben, it was great chatting with you. Until next time, cheers, my friend.
Cheers, Matthew. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye. I'm going to be drinking lots of cocktails next week that I don't make.
Thanks for listening to the Giant Cocktails Podcast. The next round's on me.
FP Santangelo had a 6.7 career WAR in 7 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
What I like most about it, though, is he played for the Giants for 1 year, and he had a 0.8 WAR for the Giants that year. The next year, immediately after, he played for the Dodgers and had a negative 0.9 WAR.
Attaboy.
His only negative WAR of his career was with the Dodgers.
Attaboy, FP. I knew there was a reason I liked you.
Exactly. He was 4th in Rookie of the Year voting for the Montreal Expos.
God, he played for the Expos. That's crazy. The Expos. Wow.
Do you remember going to Montreal Stadium? Where you were really young?
I do remember being in there, but it was during the off season.
Correct.
But I remember I just remember how big it was because it was empty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Matthew, how many countries does Canada have a land border with?
Just 1?
Incorrect. 2.
Is Russia the other?
Nope.
Greenland.
Greenland's not a country, but nope. I'm pretty sure it's Denmark. There's this one little island that they used to fight over, and then they finally agreed to split it. And so now this one island is half Canada, half Denmark. So they have a land border with 2 countries.
All right. Isn't that the one where they leave each other gifts?
Yeah, well, they would used to conquer it, and they would leave a bottle of a really good bottle of their country's booze on it, and then the next unit that would show up and reclaim the land would leave a similar bottle. I think it was called it's called the Bottle War. Oh, it's the Whiskey War. It's called the Whiskey War, Matthew.
Nice. All right, the Whiskey War. I had a Whiskey War too.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. It's like, do I do this whiskey or that whiskey?
And the war ended in 2022 when they had a treaty and they agreed to split the island into 2 and making that the only other country that Canada borders on land. Maybe we could just start introducing weird little historical facts, and then we just gradually become a history podcast.
I do listen to several history podcasts, so
yeah.
I'd be down with that.